and they're gonna hit this 25 spearmen, but we're gonna bring in our militia to help alleviate that problem. Got another one to break up here. Hello everyone, I am Panickn and this is Manor. Now, you guys know that the beta version has been out for about a week or so now, and everybody's really been playing it, putting out videos for it and everything. Also noticed that in a newer patch, a newer fix for that beta version, they had fixed a bug where it was crashing coming into the game, I believe is what it said, and now is pigs. So we now have pigs, not necessarily in our playthrough, because remember we're still on the regular version, not the beta version. So we do that will be going on with the beta version. They have pigs, and like before I told you about the fish and the salt and everything. But from what my understanding is now what it's going to be is whenever the places you have like goats and maybe I think maybe chickens, but goats definitely, whenever it's a certain time for them to be gotten their hide, you will also get one meat from that, if I'm not mistaken, if you have a butcher shop set up. Now again, butcher shop setup is not something that we have available. As you can see, that is something that is in the beta version, but I'm sure those are some of the things that will be transferring over once they release that, and just trying to get some of the bugs and everything like that worked out to make sure that they can do everything that they need to do. So while we're back in our village, we're gonna get somebody in these berry huts. We already got folks down here with our wood cutting. Last time we were in, we put in another woodcutter with 2 more people just to help boost that fuel. Our food is out right now at 9 months and fuel's at 5. But I need to get that fuel and food up in order for us to be able to make it. All right, so we are a little bit low also on, it seems, our taxes here. And that means we're gonna have to come over here. We got 10% on the land tax. We dropped down the thrift because it was eating into our food. This is now our new barley field, which we now have as fallow. This is our new wheat field, and this is going to be our flax. But it is already June. I believe we've already went through and harvested this because I don't even have any families over here at the moment. 12 sheep, as you can see. Trade for those sheep. We are going to put no more trade down. We're just going to keep the sheep that we have. Small shields and steel, or the swords, we need to take those out as well, probably. Just gonna make those no trade, that way we can keep this stuff going. We do have the lanes open in case we do want to sell them eventually down the road, but we are gonna pull that back so we can start saving a little bit more money. Also, when we were here last, we had a little bit of problems coming in. As you can see, we got outlaws coming in, 36, 72 strong. So good thing I remembered that, because I did kind of forget there for a moment. We need to get our troops called up, and we need to go ahead and get them going. Let's get them down here. We should have more than enough to take on their numbers without pulling out our retinue, but we'll see what we can do. Because they've got 32, 76 strong. Try to get them all right here in time to meet those guys coming in, or those troops coming in. We did move our hunting camp. Last time we were having a problem with that hunting camp. It was not getting any food or hides. Well, I mean, the hides were coming, but it seemed like the meats were not showing up at all. But I say the hides, those hides could have been coming from the goat farms over here at our tanner. So I can't really say that. All right, we're looking good. We got some shoes, some linen, some charcoal already stacking up here. Plenty of leather, plenty of cloaks, whole lot of firewood. But it seems like we are always running out. We've got plenty of flour down here. 182 vegetables. That's a big thing. We do not have anyone in the meal, which we need to get someone in the meal. Maybe 2 someones. Get that. Well, that's the getting the grain. We already got it down to flour, yeah? There's nothing up here. Oh, no, we don't need anybody down here. That was my mistake. Let's check it out. Food variety is looking pretty good. Fuel is everywhere. We're starting to see a lot more charcoal go out. And clothing's at 98%. You can see it's got leather, the yarn, the cloaks, and the boots. So it's getting out there. Malts. We don't have any more malt be produced. Or do we already run through that already? Oh, he's got 17 yarn right there at the weaver shop. But I do like that 182 vegetables. That makes a big impact. That's a big change for us. That can save us a lot in food in the long run. All right, our guys are getting out here. That'll get them all set up there where they need to be. Annual royal tax. I got 259 days left. So once those get up, or once we get this, we'll have to pay the royal tax, which I believe is to the Baron himself. Someone that we are definitely going to be going after very soon. On that, I told you guys that this war is coming in one of our later videos. It is going to come. It's just taking me a little bit longer than I expected, because I have to have the influence to lay claim to one of his territories so that he will fight me. I don't know of any other way. If you guys do know of another way, please let me know. But I do not know of any other way to get him to go to war with us other than trying to claim one of these territories. And of course, we're going to claim this one right here in the dead center. Plenty of iron, plenty of stone. Reason for doing that is because it hurts him on iron in these provinces. He doesn't have big deposits in these areas. Iron out of here would be good. We have the richest one so far with these 2 here that we haven't even started on. We cleared out our main base anyway a while ago. But as you can see, 99% approval, 166 folks, 50 room for 54 families. Got some unassigned, got 100% approval rating. Regional wealth is good. Stables, you can see stables are packed. And of course, our food and fuel. And of course, over here, plenty of timber, stone, tools, wood parts, roof tiles. Plenty of 282 vegetables, 79 berries. We might have overdone it with the vegetables. Firewood's looking good. No crops to speak of right now. Plenty of leather, plenty of flour and yarn. Some clay, iron slab steel. Cloaks and shoes are good. And plenty of sidearms, war bows, small shields. And we're about to use them right here on this group coming in. So let's see how it first goes. We're going to have these guys go in on these folks. We're going to move in forward a little bit. And we're going to say push forward. I'm going to push forward on these guys, and let's move these militia up behind. These guys here are about to break already. They're losing numbers at 15 right now. They started off with 18. So let's have our 36 come into here. And they're gonna hit this 25 spearmen, but we're gonna bring in our militia to help alleviate that problem. Looks like we got some folks coming from the other side here. Did they take the long way around? All right, it looks like we got the second column here about to break. They're about to lose all their people. You got another one to break up here. Unless we're doing all right. They're pushing these folks out pretty quickly. Let's get these guys down here to help push. Now, like I said, you can see the numbers. They're dropping pretty quickly. They're gone. So those band of 72 men weren't enough to stop our guys at all. We easily could walk through them, as you can see there. So that's 72 outlaws that was easily taken out by our military units here. And we are going to send them back. They can all go back to their homes. Still needing some supplies over here, picked up from the last video, and we still need this one fixed. I don't know why we have so many unassigned workers and they have not gotten this stuff done. I just don't get it. I can't make it any a priority any higher than it already is. Got livestock sitting there waiting. And supplies here that need to be picked up so I could fix this wheat field here. But we'll have to see what we can come up with. So everybody's doing the thing. Like I said, our fields didn't get done in time really to do anything. I mean, can we turn this into barley and this into wheat? Do we have time? Let's see. Let's just throw all of our people up here and see if they can get it done in time. I don't think they can, but I mean, it ain't gonna hurt if we try. We got the families up there. The berries are getting picked along with our medicine herbs. Flour's getting changed into bread. We got berries coming in now as well. Farmer's hut. It is linked up with the road. Not farmer's, that's hunter's hut, excuse me. Let's see. Clay. Mining pit. What are we looking like on the... I know we still got a lot of roof tiles. We got 30 roof tiles. We could probably go ahead and work some more of this clay. Go ahead and throw somebody back in here. Turn some more of that clay into roof tiles. Firewood is getting pumped out pretty good. Not much in the way of charcoal. Still got a lot of trees over here. It's not getting cleaned up that much. Yeah, we got some plots over here that are getting full. Vegetable garden, things of that nature. Our lumber guys should be on this side. Where's our forestry folks? Let's get you working back over in this area. We can refill some of these trees that are getting cut down. Yeah, I know it. Upgrade to level 2. All right, let's see who all else we can upgrade to level 2. I think the majority of these are already done. Just got to make sure. Oh, that's a level 1. Let's get him upgraded. All right. Get these last bit of homes up to level 2. As you can see, these are some of our level 3 homes here. I don't think we can go up any higher just yet because we don't have the planks. We could put someone in the sawmill to do some planks, I guess. Ain't gonna hurt nothing right now. Moving pretty quickly on the firewood and stuff. And they're doing good on the berries. They are hitting the fields. I don't know how much we'll get done in time. We do have a lot of bodies that need to be buried down here in the south where we just got into that war with those guys. And I do have people here take care of that. I didn't realize I had so many people there taking care of bodies. I guess I didn't pull them out last time. Well, you'll be all right. You're already moving to level 2, dude. It's too late for you. It's a good little village that we got going. Oh, look at our influence now. Look at that. Influence has jumped up. Our money has jumped up. We have the money for our taxes, and the influence is over 2,000 now. So that's perfect. I don't know what caused it. Maybe beating that outlaw army did it. Maybe we got some money and some treasury off of them because I haven't seen anything really come through on tax side. But hey, can't beat that. We're doing good, folks. Still got plenty of bodies that need to be buried. A couple places that the approval has dropped, and we got some pantries that are full. We need some people to come running and fill them up or empty them out. So since we don't have any more malt, let's go get the person out of malt house. Dyer shop, we're okay on. Weaver, we always keep someone in there. Same with the tanner. Storage houses, good. And our granary is good. Let's see. Marketplace is still doing decently well. I want to check something out because I didn't want that many militia. I wanted more spearmen than I do militia. I don't know. Wish there was a way to fix this, maybe, because I didn't want to have that many. Oop, I didn't mean to do that either. All right then. Give me back to the damn militia. I didn't mean to wipe you out. That might be because we have so many extra swords and stuff, like these extra right here, and they just didn't get picked up. But that's fine. That's fine. Because I would actually I'd rather do it this way. Me have another one. So you split it up into groups, like so. We'll see how that turns out. So they are in July. This might put them at a very late November harvest. I'll make sure these are not forced harvests. Fill for priority is very high. We have 4 things of wool sitting over here, so that yarn's getting pumped out. Can we sell yarn? Shit, why not? It's gonna be here. Linen, we've got 6. We've got 7 wool and 19 yarn. Okay. That's one thing we have not looked at before is the mercenary units. We got some right here. That's the only ones it looks like. Okay. So our village isn't all that great. It's not spectacular looking. It's not all well laid out. It was just kind of thrown together, and we put things as we needed them. I would have liked to have these farms up here around these farms, but we were just had the area and the space, so we went ahead and did it down here, trying to keep all my industry stuff business wise on one side, although I did have to put some in other places as well. Food is up now at 10 months. Fuel is still at 5. We got family members joining left and right here coming up. Look at that firewood. And we might want to slow down a little bit on the firewood. But I mean, he's got 15 trees. All right, so on this, let's bring one out of there, and let's bring one out of there. I did that stupid thing again, where it's linking me back to the other place. All right, we got some of our level 2s getting knocked out, finished now. Yep, a couple of our homes getting up to level 2, so that's good. That'll show you we only have 5 level 1 families, but I don't know exactly where those 5 are. That's a level 2. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find out where these 5 are, and that's just the ones that are currently upgrading. That might be the ones that are currently upgrading, truthfully. All right, so we got some movement going on down here, of course, getting all this wood and everything moved around where it needs to be. Got those planks getting made up. I think a lot of that wood that's coming from here was coming to the plank shop. They finally picked this little piece up here. Still waiting on my, oh no. Now we can upgrade it to the stables. Small stable here as well. You can hear some of the locals ordering for wares and trade. I think everything's looking pretty good. There's our big old church here. A couple of homes right here beside us. Marketplace. And there's our big houses, our level 3 homes. That's one thing that if you look back in history, in mostly I want to say English towns. I want to say mostly English towns, but it could have been other countries, Germany, France, back then, that the bottom of the homes were real small, and when they got further up in the air, they got larger. Like the rooms were bigger, made bigger. You can kind of like, I guess you could probably just say, look up English cottages from medieval times, and you can see a couple of them. The reason being is because the homes were on property tax, basically, that the portion of the home touching the ground would determine how much you would pay. So as you can see, it small down at the bottom, and if you can build it when you built up, you built out as well. Made those floors bigger, then you didn't have to pay taxes on that. That's why you see a lot of homes like that, especially from medieval times. Whereas, like you see how it's kind of extending out to the front, it would be like that on the sides. A lot more so than probably that. But here's some of our houses, of course. This is our communal oven right here. You can see the bread getting brought in, or the flour getting brought in. Oh, that's the stable. Yeah, this should be the communal oven here, because the mill is right there. And of course, right down there is our little forger's hut. There's somebody coming down the road right now, on that backside road. There's a local female there brushing the cow. But yeah, I mean, there we have it. We're getting on up there, moving around real nicely. That guy right there looks like he's carrying some linen around. This is one of our first little vegetable gardens right here. Some more on the side. They actually got some green out there, so they might be able to get picked again before the winter hits. Orchards are looking good as well. That's just a couple of them there. And then right out there, you see a stable. Let me turn a little bit. That thing right there is an animal. But right over there, we have the, what is it? The smithy and everything over there. There's the tavern right down here on the end. We'll go down here and check it out and see how many folks are sitting around having a pint. You can see a couple, well, let me get in here. A couple bowls and plates put out here. Like I said, this is our little tavern right here. Somebody going in. Where we going, lad? You going to the outhouse, or you just cutting through the building? You just glitch through the building. You can walk in here. Pretty sure they'll start doing more cosmetics with the inside of buildings and everything once they get to that point. It sounds like there's a damn cow right beside me moving. Oh, there he is right there. I think that's the guy that walked through the building on to pick up a cow. But way out there in the back in them trees, right above that guy right there walking in the field, is our manor. You can see a couple of the guard towers. Then back over that way will be our farm, grains and our malts and grain farm over that way, along with our sheep pasture. But yeah, I think from what I've seen, oh shoot, didn't mean to do that. From what I've seen, trying to find a place that doesn't have anything, you will have the option to do pigs. So that's just something we have to look at too. Now, under policies, this is something I did not know about, and this is my stupidity because I never looked around as much as I should have. I can upgrade this, and wild animals on rich deposits breed twice as fast at the cost of 50% reduced yields from crops. So if I wanted more meats and less crops, then this would be a thing. I don't know if this is region specific. Like if I have one region that does farming a lot and another one that has a couple spots, or one spot that has a rich deposits of wild animals, if like I just put it wild animals down there and that just covers that area, it doesn't hurt the other territory that's doing crops. I don't know if that's the case. It's something we'll have to look into as well. Also, we have strict fasting. Citizen skip every 5th meal, reduces food consumption but decreases approval. These are some things that are in work in progress. Still like there's some more down here. As you can see, it looks like a heart, cross, rain droplet, I'm assuming, and fire. So I'm not sure about what those are going on there. But that's about where we're sitting at right now. And you can see from my choices in the development page, we went nicely with a lot of farming and everything to get us going. But these are other ones you're going to do. I'm pretty sure a lot of this is going to change once we get a little bit higher. Let's go back to our first houses. We can't upgrade these anymore. And I want to see, still have 5 families at level 1. I think all these are at level 2, so I'm not sure where the level. Okay, there's a level 1 there, level 1 there. All right, it must be these 5 little, or these little homes right in here. That's a 2. That's a 2. That's working on a 2, and I think that's working on a 2 as well. I think that's it. These 4 right here. Yes, everybody else should be a level 2. Sorry about this, folks. Just want to go through and make sure we know those are level. Hey, might be some level 1s up here. Let's see, that's a level 1. Can't upgrade it just yet. Level 1. Can't upgrade it yet. And that's a level 1. You see the barley field's all kicked up and ready to go. It's sowing progress right now, so don't know if it'll get finished or not. We are in August and they start, I don't know, we still got plenty of time. Let's bump them up a little bit. And speed, go ahead and get this stuff taken care of. We have the money now to pay the taxes and the money, of course, for influence. So we come down here and we claim this land. What happens? That's what we're going to find out here shortly. Probably after the winter months and our militaries get filled back up, because we did have to take some, or we did lose some in the last fight. So we'll see how that goes. Do we bring in some archers? We already have the materials for it, but I don't know. As you can see, these look like crossbow bolts. Not sure what this is just yet. Those look like, well, you can see the crossbows, so those might be crossbow bolts. So that's another thing that I mentioned before in the beta version that they are working on or doing right now is bringing crossbows. So just in the little update since the game has been released, we have had fishing added, salt added, pigs added, and crossbows added. And that's just some of the ones I can name off the top of my head. There's been other things I'm pretty sure, little smaller things maybe that I'm just not clicking on right now. So, all right. We got people in the daggum pit over here that don't need to be unless we are actually sending someone there. Our bloomery and our smithy are still in here. Do we have any more iron? Stone. We got tools. We got clay. We currently do, well, we got iron slabs. So we got, what was that, 73 or 23? I'm going to look at this other number. That's iron slabs, 23. So we're going to have to watch our weapons. We are going to have to start up a new city soon. I need to be able to pay this off first, pay this taxes so we're not hurting at that point in time. But we need to get another village put in because we need some more iron. The reason for the iron is because of the tools. We run out. I'm pretty sure that they don't always pick up the tools from soldiers and stuff like that. So we are going to need some replacement tools, basically. All right, our eggs aren't doing too much. We're not getting too many of them out there. Well, it looks like 1, 2, 3 places got eggs. So the chickens are not really producing as much as I had hoped they would. They are going to finish this off probably in the month of August. So this would be perfect. Harvesting is not until September, November, or September through November. But these jackasses always seem to harvest a little earlier than I really care for them to be harvested. So they shouldn't be doing anything other than letting the crops grow. Crop growth over here is at 5%. Okay, they got 6 days of harvest there, and they have 5 days of harvest. This farming or granary or plant farming is kind of being a punk sometimes. It seems too tedious at times. And sometimes it wants to do things earlier than I want it to do. So it's another little issue that I'm having to work on and deal with. All right, so let's look at our overall, because we've dropped here. We've got fuel for 4 months now. We did bring down some of the numbers of people that we had in, but they're not getting all the supplies out of here like they should be. Like, that's 30 damn firewood right there. New mercenary companies available. Who are you? That's the same ones. Okay. Alright, just make sure our people aren't doing anything crazy on these fields. They look like they've all left to give it time to grow, which is what they needed to do. They needed to just leave it be for the time being. Let it grow, let it do its thing, and you can come back and harvest it when it's time to harvest. I would like to set it up where it doesn't harvest till late October, about the time of the harvest moon. Would be better. I know it wasn't harvest moon September, October. When is that? I don't know. I thought it was more into October, but that would be the good time I'd like for them to be able to do that, is around, like I said, around that harvest moon time. So it gives them a little bit more time to get everything done. And wild animals are still doing good there. Let's look at our clay. Oh yeah, we're doing okay on clay. We ain't got that much in roof tiles coming in. Iron slab. Why is that down to 17 now? I shouldn't be making anything else. I don't need you losing iron slabs. None of this shit should be on. It is paused, paused, pause, pause. What are you doing? Spears? Pause. Berger plot, no amenities. Berger plot. Okay, and that's the bird. Alright, so I got those stopped. Taylor and the rest of them, I don't want to use don't want to lose out on iron slabs because we don't have any iron to replace them. Replace that iron that we could lose. So let's look at our granary one more time too. 264 vegetables. Now this is something else we're gonna have to be worried about is when the new patch comes out and it's put into the full version, there will be food degradation. So we are going to have to be very careful about overproducing too much food and not selling it off. If I'm not mistaken, if it goes to the granary, it should be okay for a little bit longer than if it was just, say, setting out in the field or setting next to the pantry at the house or the home or whatever. All right, those taxes are coming in. Good enough for our bearing, I guess you would say. This little pasture here for the sheep farm. We have somebody over here working, of course. It's done pretty good for us, the yarn and everything like that goes. It's actually helped us out a good bit. Plenty of yarn, like I said. Got some wool, got some spears coming in, linen, shields, cloaks, boots, ton of firewood, roof tiles, massive ton of firewood. Oh, got some apples coming in. Look out. So I think between these 4 or 5 fields and these 2 down here, we've got the vegetable part under control. I'm hoping we can end up getting these fields here harvested out and stuff as well. That will help us with the food going further. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. What is our military looking like? I think we'll be all right. I really do. Although I don't really know. All right, so it looks like our berries have been all picked out, our seasonal berries. So let's go ahead and get those folks out of there. They don't need to be there. Only got like 10 flower left. Can't really see that. That's decent enough there. Getting the trees in. Starting to pick back up a little bit ahead. Firewood's getting moved around. Planks are doing good. I'm going to pull this guy out of the planks because we don't want to completely run through all of our timber, and we've got plenty of planks. I don't need but 61. I mean, we've got 61. We don't need more than what we've got. Yeah, everything's looking good. People moving around a good bit, getting all the jobs done. We're still in September. And I think after taking on those 72, I've heard from somebody in the comments. I don't know if it was on Reddit or on one of the videos before. They did say that they had already got to the point where they fought the Baron, and they pretty much said it's a rough time. But we're going to do it anyway. Soon as we have to pay this taxes here, which the way it's going right now, as slow as it's going, it might be next video by the time we pay these taxes. I don't know if we can pay them sooner or not. Then we will push against the Baron. Let's look at our manor. Can we upgrade our manor? That's just taxes. Trade tax, citizen tax, penalties, and war tax. Let's see. Walls, gates, outer towers, garrison tower, and a tax office. Okay. This is just a outer tower, is it not? Yeah, we don't want to put it. That's wood and stone. I don't want to take away from our wood and stone at the moment. We're needing the wood too much for our charcoal and firewood. Stone, we do have some left, but not a lot per se. Leather is kicking butt. Our next harvest says 427 wheat. That's off that big field, if it holds. 138 berries, 112 apples, 262 vegetables. This is the level we need to be at in order for us to make another city, another village. So this is another big thing that I've been kind of waiting on, along with the influence, is being able to build another town in some of these other provinces, preferably maybe here or down here. I said here, but it doesn't have a great iron deposit. Down here would be better because it has a good iron deposit, or rich iron deposit, and a rich wild animal deposit. Up here is even better because it has a much better iron deposit and a much better berry deposit as well. So having the food, the lumber, the stone, and everything in order to go out and build that other village makes a big difference, because it will take from these folks here in order for you to put another village somewhere else. So we've got to keep it going, this village going and supplied with for its people, but have enough supplies to go start up another one. And we finally have those supplies. Doesn't really say that in firewood, but you know, come on folks, we're at 272 firewood and 1 charcoal. I think we got enough firewood. And we are in the month of September. So let's look, we are at 14% growth, and they're at 9% growth. Don't have this on early harvest on either one of them. So I'm trying to get it to last as long as possible, because I'd like to see what it can pull. Still a lot of firewood down here that needs to be picked up, of course. Lumber is sticking them around about what it needs to do. We did pull the guy out of the saw pit, or pull the family out of the saw pit. Looks like everything's going good. Let's look at our church. Anything going on at our church? Grave digger. Okay. You show their home right there. That's our grave digger's home, I believe. I didn't know you could actually look at the people and look at the home. You got a couple of people out hoeing. Forget that. Don't listen to me. I messed up and was trying to say hunting and sowing at the same time. There, 2 people are hunting. They're hunting, okay? And then there's 2 people sowing. They're not doing what I said they were doing. So ignore that. That's not what they were doing. Dirty bit. All right. Estimated resources produced, days left to harvest. Now saying 333 days. It's saying 332. Don't know what that's about. Like I said, this is October, so we could forcibly grab whatever's in here. The barley field would be first. We'll hit that one up first. These jokers are over here sowing, I guess, still. But hopefully we can get some produce out of these 2 fields here, even though we did start late. See if there's any bandit camps in the area. I haven't seen one in a minute. Now that we have our tax money, our roll tax money, and now that we have the influence, we can claim one of these territories that are currently controlled by the Baron, and we will be doing that first thing in the next video, folks. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and we will see you guys next week.